IGN Rewind Theater is brought to you by...
Hey everybody, Ryan McCaffrey with IGN here, joined by Insomniac expert. You've been covering them for years.
Yes.
Colin Moriarty.
Big fan. Very excited to be here. Thank you, Ryan, for having me.
Yeah, it's good to have you doing a little Xbox coverage these days.
Very strange. Some people are very confused.
So we're here to take a look at Sunset Overdrive, a game that was introduced to us at E3 last year during the Xbox One, big blowout at E3, and then we literally did not hear a word about the game until just very recently, and Insomniac showing it off, letting people play it. I got a chance to play it. You went down to Insomniac and got the full studio access, talked to all the guys.
Yep.
So let's go through this trailer here.
Yeah,
we'll go back to the beginning.
Yeah, so everything we saw, and we can take a look at it before. Everything we saw in that first, 30 seconds, 40 seconds is what we saw at E3 last year during, I guess, the E3, Microsoft's E3 conference when Insomniac surprised everyone by being with Microsoft. And Sunset Overdrive, thankfully, looks a lot like it did in the trailer that we saw. Everyone was wondering if it was going to change, what was going on. Like you said, the studio went dark, and I'm glad the studio went dark. It gave them time to work without worrying about anything, and it's still a beautiful game. It's still a lot of fun.
Yeah, right here. So I mean, this is a good look at just you're always in motion in this game.
Yep.
Kind of reminded me. It's a little Jet Set Radio-ish in that regard.
Yeah, they call it velocity in the game. It's the idea is to not stop moving, or you will die. And to encourage you to do that, you can't even run or take cover. So it's all about you're either plodding along really slowly or you're grinding and jumping along, and you'll figure out quickly what the smart thing to do is.
Let's see some actual gameplay. Here we go.
So here we go. This is what the game actually looks like. So it is an open world sandbox game. The city is called Sunset City. And as the game explains to you, or the trailer explains to you here, it's about a corporation called Fizzco and their new energy drink that makes everyone go crazy.
Yep. Literally mutates them, and all they want to do is get more of the overcharged energy drink into their bodies, and they'll kill you to get to it. A lot of enemies on screen at a time. Thought that was pretty cool. In fact, I played this exact part that they're showing right here.
Yeah, they don't show. About 80% of the footage they'll show here is the part of the game we played, and they show us some other parts and some other characters that we didn't see, like this, for instance, we didn't see. And this is basically talking about the different factions in the game. These guys are supposed to be funny. They basically are Boy Scouts.
Adult Boy Scouts.
And these guys are live-action role players.
Yeah, LARPers.
Which is pretty cool.
It's worth pointing out too that your character in the game is customizable, male or female.
Right.
You can there's a male voice, female voice, but you can customize your look however you so choose.
Absolutely, and what I love here is where they're showing the OD'd now and the various kinds of OD'd, and obviously Insomniac has a lot of experience making alien-like creatures, whether it's in Ratchet and especially in Resistance.
Yeah.
The OD'd, if we go back a little bit, especially with this huge guy, I love this guy specifically because he grabs all of his little mutated OD'd friends and actually they'll sit on his back and he'll randomly throw them at you, which I love. And so there's a lot of enemy diversity, and the enemies are pretty difficult. The game, I died a lot in the game. I think the game's actually is going to give you a pretty good challenge.
Oh, it's funny. These are all death animations.
Yep. So
all these goofy things that are being shown right now.
Yeah, it's very cool. So if you do die, and you will die, you respawn in these very comical ways. I love that one.
The van one.
Yeah, that one's really awesome. So it's got that Insomniac feel, right? Like Resistance was actually a little weird for Insomniac because it was serious. This game is more like Ratchet in that it's funny.
Yeah, including the weapons.
Yep. So this is a high fidelity. That was I didn't play with that bowling ball weapon, but the high fidelity is the record.
I used that. I didn't use this either. I don't think
that looks pretty gnarly. There's we might have to edit this out, but your main weapon you up. They have
one word, by the way.
Yep. They have really cool toy helicopters that you can deploy that have like pistols duct taped to them. So it's like really, this is the Roman candle, which is basically
shooting fireworks.
Very cool, very very Insomniac. That is the spirit is always in the weapons, and I really like that they did that. And I love I love how he's like the teddy bear is horrified.
Yeah,
he's about to get shot. He's got TNT strapped to him. Very, very cool. And like you said, there's a lot going on in the game, and the game seemed to run really well.
There's those helicopters you were mentioning.
Yeah, and there's some melee. That's all based on, your ampage. So amps are basically what I call my preview, kind of the materia system in Final Fantasy VII.
Correct.
That drank too much delirium. energy drink. So it gives your weapons some different feel and a lot of customization. So you're not just limited to the weapons you have, but how you use amps with the weapons.
Yeah, I mean, the game to me, from playing it for about 10 minutes or so, just a little slice, it reminded me as sort of one part Jet Set, one part Crackdown, one part Saints Row to me is kind of how it felt. And I liked it. I had a good time with it.
Yeah, it definitely has the comical irreverence of a Saints Row game. It has that open world exploration of Crackdown.
I fought this boss.
Yeah, and this guy just talks endless shit to you when you're fighting him, which is amazing. Yeah, this is basically a boss fight that I played.
Right here, yep.
Yeah, pretty cool. I like, I think there's a lot of spirit of a lot of games in this. The hook is BioShock Infinite. There's some Sly Cooper kind of parkour-like things going on in the game. I think it feels a lot like Infamous. I think that Tony Hawk with the grinding, the more deliberate, slower grinding.
Yeah.
So I think they pulled from a lot of different games, but this is very much an Insomniac game.
I didn't notice this, by the way, right back here when you ground pound. Look, it says crack.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I never saw that.
Game moves too quick to notice those things without pausing.
So, the game is still in good shape. When I played it, Ryan, they let us do whatever we wanted. They were basically like, go wherever you want, do whatever you want, to the point where there were parts of the city that were just geometry. Like, they weren't even, they didn't have no art or anything like that. So they were really cool and really open with the game. They're really confident in it. I'm really confident that this is the game that, or at least one of the games that Xbox One I think needs this fall. To really attract people, and I'm interested to see how they market it and if people are really interested.
And there is some sort of multiplayer component with this that they're not talking about yet either.
Yes, they'll talk more about that, I think, after E3.
So I'm praying that it's some sort of open world co-op driven thing as opposed to a competitive thing, because this would in a very Saints Row kind of way be a lot of fun to screw around in here with some friends.
I agree.
So that's Sunset Overdrive, the new trailer. Colin's got his big preview up on IGN.com right now. Please check it out. And of course, at E3 we're going to have a lot more on this game. And of course, everything else going on in the Xbox world. So for all things Xbox, for all things Sunset Overdrive, you're already in the right place here at IGN.